It's morning for them.
Yeah.
Hello, morning, Angie. Did you learn any calligraphy or Chinese or some things like that before?
I've done Western calligraphy before, but not Chinese. Well.
Ah, Western calligraphy. Good.
It's different.
I know. Yeah. Because lots of some of our students are Western artists and Western painting or Western calligraphy. Yeah, it's quite common. I mean, this kind of students, and some they are learning language, Chinese language for the characters, and some are learning Japanese.
I will at some point. I probably will just take the class again, but learn how to hold the brush properly.
Yeah, actually, yes. I can send you the handout of we have the chart says, so we can review it every time. Normally, very basic for perpendicular to the the brush to the desk, to the surface you are writing, to the paper, and the 5 fingertips, 5 fingers touched. Okay, first we can all review it, like an index and the thumb grab, but it swing, right? Not stable. Yeah, not stable. Yeah, you grab it, and then the middle finger from outside, like in and inward, this side, and the ring fingers from this out, and the small finger, the pinky, touched but actually just help the ring fingers. That's how 5 fingers hold.
Is this too low? Or is
it depends on how big area you are working. You are working on that. Actually, Emily, can I see your middle finger outside in, and the ring finger inside out?
That one.
Did you do the opposite? Yeah.
The middle finger and the ring finger.
Yes, Angie, you are doing correct. And then the small, the pinky, just slightly touched, or someone just touched the purpose is help the ring fingers. Yeah, correct. Yeah. However, some people, when they do something very fluent small area or big area, in painting you do like 3 fingers, just 3 fingers hold it, or just 4, but this help, but sometimes feel just help here, not exactly touched. Can you see?
No.
Oh, which thing I'm at?
Your hand was like right off. Your hand is off the screen there. Like that.
You see?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, perpendicular. And the purpose use 5 fingers instead of 3 finger or 2 fingers is the some kind of the technique we are using. Sometimes we need to twist the brush, a little bit. So, but when you hold the brush, even 5 fingers, try to empty your fist. Not like that. Yeah, try to empty it. that's the easiest way to do twist later, to use the power of your fingers. Otherwise, it will be whole, blocked and stiff. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so today we are going to learn two characters. The first one we are going to learn is Kai. This is to open. You got handout, right? Now we are at the page of the handout. Can you see the standard style first? As I said, like these characters in Chinese character, lots of horizontal, lots of verticals are very easy to write it beautiful because it looks easy, but to make it beautiful, you do not use a ruler, and if you use a ruler, perfect, mathematically correct, but not beautiful. Sometimes it's very hard to write a very balanced, beautiful one. Let's try. Okay, so basically left one first and the right one, right? And also the rule is the out one and the center one later. Okay, the vertical, left the vertical first. And then this kind of the box thing, but not very touched. Center small horizontal one, not touch this side, and seal it. And then the right one, about the same, but kind of flipped. This is the, I'm writing, the thing is the door, the tradition door. Two pieces of the, the door, the wood thing. Yeah, it's flipped, but you try to write always, as I said, the right one stronger, a little bit stronger, kind of dominated stroke. And the horizontal one, you try to make, if not perfectly level, try to make a little bit up, from left to right, a little bit up tendency. And inside later. Two horizontal one, and then two vertical. About the same level inside and outside for the bottom. See what I'm doing is, I think my inside one, the stroke is too thin, right? Kind of too small. So that's also one of the point you need to judge by yourself. And when you write stroke by stroke, try to practice your stroke in the standard style. Sometimes ignore this problem, and then later you find it. So look at the whole things. I'm trying again. So actually, those two things put together, outside the thing, is the other character for the door. For the door, you can, if ignore the inside things, okay, those things are the door. left piece and the right piece, yeah, the Chinese characters looks like the old fashioned door, right? Two pieces, left and right, but flipped. When you write a calligraphy, not exactly, I mean, mathematically flip it. So I say a little bit stronger right side, and when you write the horizontal one, a little bit up tendency. Yeah. I'll write it again, see if I can do better. Almost the same, stronger for the, I mean, same the size for the width of the stroke, but do some like a one stroke dominate. And the one I just did, the inside is too thin, too small. It kind of not balanced.
Okay.
Yeah, so we always press, and then go. Press for the hook, and then stretch out. When you write two like a parallel things, normally you want not exact size, a little bit longer, the bottom one, like a two horizontal thing I'm doing. So this is kind of the slant, a little bit to the left, and this is the vertical. Seems better. Okay, this is the standard for the things to open, yeah. And this is the door. Remember this, probably you can remember the kind of characters, at least to remind you to record the characters. And inside these things are the simplified characters for open. This is the simplified to the open. And this one, the out thing, this one, this one is the door. Yeah. And of course, we say the word open the door. So this and this, open door, to open the door. Okay, let's finish the open other style of the open standard we did. And of course, lots of strokes there. And basically, if it's become a walking style, you know, for walking, I mean, for the faster, more convenient for write, for writing. Look at the handout walking style. Actually, inside you can very easy to tell. It's still the same, right? But the door become more simplified, very simplified. This is actually the simplify for simplified characters. The traditional character like that, right? And also the simplify is like that's it. That's simplified door. Okay, so let's still do this traditionally, the walking style. So you can easily tell the simplified characters, not just the system changed all in a sudden. It's basic on the all the way how the standard become the walking style and the cursive style is there kind of already. Okay, so walking style for the door, and then inside the same. So the vertical is still the same, but you do not do that much press. And then dot, and kind of the other dot, and become vertical. Soft hook, and then quick. So thinking of the door part, how do you do the walking, become walking? Look at this and this. So the two pieces of the door things, door looking things, you know, two pieces of things become really simple, thinking of this way. So vertical, see, vertical still the same, right? And one dot just simplify this part, the door, like a window part. And then the other dot is become indicated this door window part, and then become those verticals. So two verticals as a frame still there, but those square things, box things become just the two dots. Yeah, remember that way. And you put them kind of the, after the dot, first the dot, kind of the connected together. So that's how become the walking style. Yeah, when you find the white flying things means lacking of ink, but sometimes I do not want to break the sheet. I want the whole things together for the writing. I do not do the to get more think, to dip in more think in between the writing one characters. So it's okay to show some. You can go slower. So vertical dot, dot, and then vertical connect with some soft hook because it's go fast, right? Walking. And just two horizontal one and two vertical one, but do horizontal one not very the same, not exact same times, right? The bottom one longer for the horizontal one, and the right longer for the vertical one. Okay, that's the walking style. Easy, huh? Since you know how to simplify it. Okay, and then we look at the cursive style. Cursive style, that's really different, but look at the inside things. Inside the kind of the same, but the kind of the stand out and the cross for the bottom. And the vertical strokes kind of the stick out from the horizontal thing, but still two horizontal one and two vertical one. And the door one is really simplified. Just to do something like on top, like a roof thing. Okay, just do some press and go the horizontal one and kind of the back stroke back a little bit. Okay, so do that like that. Oh, I'm sorry, not I did. Oh, yeah, it is on my desk. That, and then just do that. Yeah, the cursive style, some people need kind of the practice. Sometimes I just do it on the magic cloth, use just the water to practice, because it shows the fluency, and also shows your when you know the whole thing, shows your speed and your own rhythm. The very end, you can do a little bit like I say back, like a back, the stroke kind of for next stroke thing, but not on purposely to do a serious hook. Kind of live in the air, or for next stroke or some things. It just shows the tendency of your movement, for the next one. Yeah, lots of people think to do the cursive style a lot of fun, because it shows since you know the strokes in this and the structure in this character, you can do it, and it shows the kind of the picture-like thing. Okay, that's the character for the to open. Okay, then let's continue to do the next character for the heart. We have lots of characters use heart as the element for other characters, combine other elements, become other characters. But this heart is very important to write. And I don't know, what do you think? Is very less stroke, but you think it's easy to write or not? You see the handout? This is kind of the 3 dots and plus kind of the diagonal stroke, and end with the hook. So something hold, and then 3 dots. This stroke, I mean, this character kind of the diagonally balance try to do. Okay, one dot, this direction, like a press, this direction, right? This direction, and end up here. And then diagonal, press, and kind of a little bit back, and the lift. And then 2 dots, the direction, with direction, like talking each other. This to this way, and this to this way. We always say the dots, you can do dots. Dots is the stroke, very basic stroke. Like each stroke, we start with a dot, it's a press. But you can do with the direction, right? You can do, this is the very basic one for the dot. And you can do this direction, right? Press. And then live in the air with some different direction. And this hook I didn't do very good. So press and gradually lift. do again. So 3 directions for 3 dots, but looks talking each other together in a group. Okay, 1 dot this direction and continue with the whole thing for the diagonally, and with the hook gradually lift. You know, my ink is kind of the driest old ink. And the dot. This direction and top each other with this dot. So 3 dots in a group. This is kind of too small. And this is kind of too spacey. Yeah, this one. Not. You also need to see the whole thing, like one eye, see the detail, and the other one always, watch the whole thing for the composition thing. When you see the ink is too dry, my ink is overnight drink. I mean the ink. So you can go slower. This is a 2 this side. Anyway, you try to do some things, balanced and beautiful. See this dot kind of at the end, but not too far from the central thing, but with some directions. Anyway, as I said, less stroke sometimes very hard to write it beautifully. See, those 2 dots not exactly at the same, not very leveled, with some direction. Independent shows different, but in a group. Okay, that's the also the directions for the 3 dots, the way to write 3 dots. The other thing is actually, by the way, in the painting, we say Chinese painting, lots of just trained strokes and do the very calligraphy. We see the orchids. I bet lots of you know the 4 gentlemen's. One of them is the orchids, and they do the orchids, the flower center, the pollen thing, the flower center. We do 3 dots, right? We do 3 dots, and the 3 dots is like in the character of the heart. So that's the heart of the flower, right? So we do 3 dots. We do not, for each flower, we do not do any different. We do not do color, just the ink. Do not do any different for different flower. Just the 3 dots. Just the 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. For the orchids, the center of the orchids, just to do 3 dots. And actually, we do lots of during the painting, you learned how to shade the place. One of the famous painter, the artist called Mi Fu, he developed one movement for the dots, right? The moss dots. So you the dots indicated the moss, and also some not serious moss, just some plants on the ground, or just shade some things. you lots of the dots, right? Lots of dots. And when you dot that, how to do that? Exactly the stroke of the calligraphy dot, which means press and bounce back, press and bounce back, like that, right? And the rhythm is normally the very important things is in group. Normally it's 3 to 5. Normally it's 3. So you do not do individually. You say, oh, here I need to shade something. Okay, so 1 dot and 1 dot here, 1 dot here, 1 dot there. Normally you know the area you want to do, and you always do in group, like a three in a group. Like okay, look at my movement, like a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. That's how you do the dots, dot work. You shading some place. See, look at this. This is kind of the, the not very even, but with some your rhythm. Yeah, how do you do that? In 3, always in 3. Yeah, 3 in a group. Then become this kind of the cluster thing. You do not do that 1 by 1. Yes, the rhythm is always 3 in a group. So I try to see these hard characters with the 3 dots, and then the 3 dots, the stroke of the dots are very, very important in the painting. That's the rhythm, the way 3 in a group to do things. Okay, let's go next. See the how the walking style does. So 3 dots become the 2 and 3 dots together, just by very connected, but do not do just the very plain horizontal one. No, so the 2 dots you press. You have your rhythm, right? You press at the first dot and the dot, and you end at the dot, but in between make them connect together. So walking style, just 1 dot, same, and this diagonal almost the same, and then 2 dots to, put them together. And also it can be very connected. You can do, of course, the kind of the back stroke for the indicated. It's easy, huh? But you need to, even the cursive style, you want to make it some press, some lifting. That's what we call the rhythm. The rhythm shows your movement. It's the movement, right? Yeah, not use this just like the hard pencil pen, same width. So with some, but how to press? Where do I press? Okay, I explained like 2 dots there. Yeah, so it's come from 2 dots, but connect together. Okay, let's look at the cursive style. So you can imagine what's the cursive style. Cursive style beyond that, kind of the mountain thing, kind of the dragon thing, kind of wave. But as we know, you do not do just the shaking or wave. You know, this come from the three dots. So you do kind of the press at the three dots and then connect them together. Okay, like the one dot, two dots, three dots, you know, like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Do not do the very even average, like the whole line, dragon line, and you just wave it, shake it. So I explained, yeah, like three things, but connect. Okay. And now see what can we do. I put the word happy here because those two characters not only for the meaning for open door and this heart for lots of word, and then those two put together can be the meaning of the happy. This happy is kind of the for your feeling of happy, probably not the standard, no standard for others. You know, I can be very this 开心 sounds like 开心, right? Because it's an open heart. So it's your feeling. I can say, I feel very 开心. This very I feel very 开心. Hey, I just learned how to fold the fan shape paper. Hey, I got it. Oh, I feel very 开心. You know, this kind of the happy. Or hey, I just figure out how to make the steam bun. You know, because yesterday we do our lunch and Henry and I we try to form some new form of the steamed bun. Try to do that with the wheat dough. And kind of we look at the video and it's kind of hard to figure out, and eventually we found it. So this kind of the happy, just feel happy. And for some like the movement of the things, like today I feel very happy. I saw a flower opened. Oh, I'm happy, bloomed. I'm very happy. This kind of the happy about the about your feeling at the moment. Probably people, not for others, but for me, you know, this kind of. So I don't like the standard one. Do I do the standard one? The standard or door one. Very hard to make it very beautiful. It looks very stiff. So you do 开心, right? Yeah, I'm 开心 because today it's not terribly hot. It's around the 90s, a little bit over 90s for us, Southern California. We feel very 开心 today. Okay, and I like the cursive one. Okay, and other word, see if you can remember. What's this? What's this characters? Anybody remember it?
Flower.
Flower. So we also say flower is blooming. We so flower is open. So also this open thing. Flower is open. So this is the cursive style of the open. And again. Again, it's a flower, right? And what's that? Anybody remember this character?
Is that the rising one?
Who is talking?
Charlene.
Charlene, you are smart, but a little bit the full one, the sunset, the sunrise and the sunset. This is the sun. This is the set. So this is also the falling. So there's the phrase. Some people do the flower and some petal, you know, like the cherry blossom petal on the ground in the spring, and the kind of the pointer will say, "Oh, time passed is so fast. You look so beautiful, flower blooming and the flower falling, the petal falling on the ground." So 花开花落. This is also the good phrase for the flower painting. When you see some flower on the tree and some flower, you know, the petal is in the air and the petal on the ground, kind of the things. So this is the sunset set, and also this is the for you know, falling thing, to fall. Charlene, thank you. Good job. Yeah, a little bit, almost. Yeah, why this is the falling and the sunset with this radical? What's this radical? Remember? The three dots. Water. Because this set and this fall also for tide. Did I pronounce correct? Understand? So that's why with some water radical. Which is sunset, right? And also the flower, you know, fall. So flower bloom, flower set, yeah. Flower is falling. And probably some of you watched our channel for Blue Hand Arts, because the last 2 months, actually 3 months, Henry is doing some project painting the big elephant and lots of cherry blossom on the elephant, the big elephant. That's for the 8 years. He did one for the I saw some organization for the animal save the auction, and he did one, and the other custom didn't get that. So for years, and the couple wanted the other one, so ordered and doing. The gentleman, he is grown up here, but half Japanese, and the wife is the Western people, and they both had some a kind of understanding of the Japanese culture, and they want specifically they want the cherry blossom flower on the elephant, full of the elephant. And they did ask not just the blooming thing on the tree, on the branch, because they want lots of this in the air, and on the ground, you know, like the elephant step on the flower petal, you know, just the flower petal. So for enjoy the flower, especially like the cherry blossom is a good example. Yeah, that's all one view, one things to have some in the air, to see some blooming and some falling things, you know, on the ground in the air. And yeah. Eventually, when it's done, the custom says, very good, and a big capital good. So they are more than satisfied with the things. But I just want to say the phrase of the blooming and the falling, you know, some of the perspective to enjoy not only on the blooming on the branch, and also the falling things, you know, in the air, the atmosphere, and also on the ground. So that's why this phrase, not sad, just some natural things. Okay, any question you have for the heart? We have we learned the, you know, the dots, 3 dots things. And also this heart, we will have lots of elements later to do things combined with other characters with this as elements for the heart to learn. Lots of words like with your feeling, with this heart. But this is by itself heart. Any questions you have? You know, even the like the mood seal and the term there's called a heart painting, right? Some yeah, heart painting. Some like the but we didn't learn the painting yet. But this heart we learned. And we say sometimes we say the heart. And to think with these characters, and combine with other things. So to write this is very important. And also we learned the 3 dots combination things for the dot, the calligraphy stroke in the painting, Chinese painting. but actually kind of hard to write this heart. See this one, the diagonal things is too straight, with some things kind of a curve and hold the whole things. Yeah, it's diagonal, but kind of the curve. And you need to do this one stroke, right? Very firm and very decisive. This hook is not beautiful. You need to make the hook gradually. And my ink is become drier and drier. And I think Charlie wants me to write the J, the mustard seeds, the character for that, and during the walking style or whatever, the characters, and I think with the because it's plants, right, or veggie, needs like two cross on top, indicated the grass top, indicated any plants, right, and underneath is the character for did I misunderstanding? Is the border in this thing or this thing? This is the mustard. And for those one, like the 4 bamboo leaves in the group, some cross and some kind of parallel, but not exactly flipped parallel. I think probably the word, the boundary, right?
Right, it's the border.
Sorry.
It's okay.
The field things, the square things on the top. And the same thing underneath. That's why we sounded the same. The pronunciation, the sound is the same. That's why when Henry talked to me just before the class, I thought, okay, could it be this, could it be this? Underneath these things for sound, for the combination, the composed Chinese character, I said part of them for meaning and the part for the sound. So for this boundary thing and the border thing, the bottom for sound, and the top one, the field one, kind of for meaning. You remember this concerned with some field and border thing. Kind of squarish. Underneath, those two are the same, right? With this mustard. Oh, Henry said you want the cursive style. I saw your homework on a couple of students. They did very, very good. The walking style for the border one and the boundary one is more like top one, this one. Okay, become very walking style is like the more faster one to connect to and the cursive one is like the very, very simple for this and connect this and connect to that, and then just circle a little bit, and then underneath like the four bamboo leaves. So the cursive one is really like the one stroke. Sometimes the vertical, even not very showy, become like the head of the, yeah, of the horizontal one. The circle, and then Charlene, can you see clear?
Yes, I sure can. Thank you.
Any question else about today's characters or last homework you have? Questions?
The running one, can you do the running one of the border, the world, the boundary, the border one, the running one?
This is the running one I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Cursive one.
Because it looks,
Looks too clear to you because you understand.
yeah, it looks a little different.
To the sample.
Yeah, like it has that long curving stroke down, and
I understand that that's possible. That's I always said, because it's all handwriting, and for different people, or even each time, I say some are some rules, some principles are iron rules, and some are plastic. So depend on yeah. You know, sometimes like that.
I see.
The two bottom one could be like that. Yeah, just the two vertical, sometimes very short, and it can become like two dots one, but still two strokes kind of vertical direction.
Okay.
Yeah, and some depends on, you know, people write the next character. And the people's different style. Sometimes this is the last stroke, you know, become very long, or sometimes for the rhythm, even in between the line, it could be very long. Good question. Yeah, I can explain that. Yeah, can be very, 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 very short sometimes, indicated to vertical thing. I'm not looking at the sample, but yeah, it's just my writing, but I think I understand your question. Yeah. And I explained the reason why can be look very different to you. I understand. And I think I answered the question. Do you understand right now?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, so just two strokes. It's very possible to look very different. They are all correct. Okay. And your preference to feel like I want to hear like to do walking style, or like do because people are very different. You do the standard style, or do the walking style, or for, you know, what's your preference? I want to hear.
It depends on the word.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know, sometimes I like the running, sometimes I like the cursive.
Exactly. Me too. Me too. And but if in a group, like a two word together, normally you try to do some things kind of close, right? The style. You cannot do the not cannot, but looks not very. I mean, not together to the very clear standard for the first character and for the all very running style of the other word. You know, you can tell, right?
Right.
Looks a lot not together. But you can do some things, walking and cursive, something in between. Not very very hard border there. Mhm.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I
And,
like the standard
yeah.
style because
which style? Susan,
the standard, the reason I like it, it's because it helps me with my painting, with
yes.
and everything that we're studying with Henry right now, that is the classical Chinese. The strokes are very calligraphic, so it has, this class has, even though I never submit the homework because my letters are terrible, but it
No,
has,
not terrible.
it has helped me with my painting for sure. And you can see that I have painted the heart before. It's right here.
I saw it on your yeah.
So I did the Enso circle with the heart inside, and I did a whole exhibition with the heart painting theme. And painting with the heart, and I have card seals with painting with the heart, and I have many.
Exactly, because that one just I think trained and good practice for the stroke, right? And the way how do you do the stroke? Actually, later, like when you do the walking and the cursive, you still use the way, right? Use the way to
Yeah.
hold the brush and put any power, the rhythm, right? The same, actually, the same way to do the stroke, but faster or more connected and more thinking of the wholeness thing. But you need to lots of practice for the standard to get used to how to do the stroke. Very important. And the thing, that's why I say that, the three dots things, for orchid center thing, orchid pollen thing, and also the dots for the moth, and lots of, the rhythm for how do you dot it. And also, for the what you learned, the pine tree, the pine needle, thing, still, like the dots, like dot mass, I say three in a group, better thing you do, like three in a group, 1 2 3 1 2 3, like a 1 2 3 1 2 3, 1 2 3. When you do three in a group and it turn out wouldn't that stiff. You do not do the individually, like a pen, do some things individually. Actually, you do even, so, oh, this here more spacey. I want to do things here. I want to add some things here. I want to add things there. Oh, here is need some things, but when you do always like the three in a group, that eventually turn out want to show lots of three things, but eventually shows very balanced and more vivid, not very stiff. So you always do like 1 2 3 1 2 3. Like a bamboo leaves, same, right? Very typical. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When you add things, same principles, 1, 2, 3. Anyway, I just want to show you, you are right to do the things exactly to get used to the way, you know, to do the stroke, and always how do in group, you need to know the rhythm to do the single stroke. Since you know the single stroke, and you can do it kind of the faster and kind of to put together with the rhythm, you know, like a 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know, like that. But basically, the standard style, not just the turnout thing, you know, very stiff thing or very standard looking, standing there. Not just that. Doing that, you train the lots of stroke skills, and the rhythm later you can do things better. Actually, for a long time writing for the standard style, even looks like a stroke by stroke, but you can see the good master or the good people, they do the things, each stroke consideration of the whole thing. It shows the whole balancing, not separated stroke by stroke. Good, yeah. What else? Yeah, because I like Susan's feedback of her feeling of the calligraphy stroke, calligraphy practice. She said she liked the standard style, even for the training of the stroke. Yeah. What else I want to hear? Yeah.
Victoria,
Yes, Charlene.
is there a dictionary for cursive or running scripts?
There is some lots of video clip on the YouTube. Some people is doing that, like not the class, but shows the video clip, like what I'm doing. Like they do practice, or they do things like got the video record and let you to watch. But I don't think there is a certain book tell you what's the role of, or how the basic thing to do. That kind of book in the dictionary, I don't think so.
Okay.
But
There is
but
the
this one,
website for the standard, and show you the ordering, you know, the ordering or order for that. Yeah, Susan, your book, and yeah, show people, yeah, the book. Hey, is that the book that Emily has?
What is that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember the cover one, the Tian scale.
and
Um,
here's
And the heart. See, like if you don't learn the calligraphy, I mean the class, and I explain it to you, you will try to mimic the wave thing for the cursive one, right? But actually, you know, where do I go the rhythm? Where do I put my downbeats? You know, like three things. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Victoria,
Yes, Stephanie. Yeah. Oh, you got the book as well.
part
This
of the
is-
brain.
Yeah, that's the book. That's the book.
And I want to know, what brush are you using?
I I use the soft hair we call traditionally we call the goat hair, but not exactly the kind of the sheep hair or goat hair. Normally, when it's new, it's white. It's a soft brush, soft bristle. If the beginner want to use the stiff one, we call the wolf hair, or some things actually some whistle thing for better like the spring back the tip and keep the shape of that. And because soft hair hold lots of water, some beginner will consider the fear of the spewing too much, can hard to control it. So beginner want to use the wolf one, the hard bristle one. I'm use the soft bristle because it's hold more water, and I can play more to do the press and the lift. You know,
Okay.
easier to do that. And the size very depends. Because the size what I'm using is like the almost 2 inches. This quite big. So I'm used in the class because I want the camera shows clear in the class because remote scene. But when you write like the normally like the 1.5 square inch characters, and you use like about 1 inch bristle for that.
If I were to order that, I would get the Central Academy #1 calligraphy brush from,
That's one pretty big. That's the good one. That's the good one. Exactly. And that's what I'm using. And I think it a little bit smaller, almost the same size. Yeah. But if you want the to sign the character very small on your painting, normally not supposed too big, right?
right.
Yeah, right. Like Emily does the single character for on the scroll for just display the single character. That one need kind of this size or
Okay.
middle. Yeah, when you use the middle size, you write the bigger character. If you can handle it, fine. But yeah. But sometimes you press too much to the bottom of the bristle, and the stroke become kind of the very hard, very stiff.
Okay.
But yeah, if you got used to it, see, I use this very big, like 2 inch for the bristle. I just hold it. I still can do the pine needle thing.
Wow.
It doesn't matter, right? If you can handle it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there is another book I have. It's called Shoto. It's more kanji, but I'm going to show it to you.
Okay. And
This one, I don't know if you see it upside down, the other way around. But this one also has like phrases of different, but it's more Japanese kind of calligraphy, But it has like this kind of it's Japanese Zen calligraphy. I got it on, I think on Amazon or something. I don't know.
Yeah. If you want to read kind of this kind of the book, yes, you can to buy some book, and if you feel good, you can introduce to other students in our class, and in English you learn some principles, and yes, and it basically like we are doing the walking style and the cursive style. And later on, we are not perfectly, we are not concentrated on the how perfect stroke on that. We are concentrated on the rhythm. So far I used the word the rhythm, right? On the wholeness of that, and it's like the Japanese calligraphy and so-called the Zen calligraphy is kind of without thinking of the role. Later you feel free to do the things, release things. Exactly same things as we do the later we do the calligraphy of the handwriting things for the cursive things. Is we are concentrated on the feeling of the moment, the chi. But now we are do some things concentrated on the basic, the rules of the standard style, and how to do that, the technique of that. But since we do the cursive style, we never concentrate on the how become the bristle become not tipped, it's become fussy. I see lots of flying white or become not perfect edge. That's not the problem at all. Not at all. Like the Zen painting, like you just saw that, the Zen calligraphy on the top, shows that we see lots of things like the in the boom part, not the skin part. The chi, the energy shows, and the more wholeness for the whole rhythm things. Yeah, that not conflict with the standard style, to train the basic how to do the technique for the way to how to say, to use to put your power to release things, to manage the breathing and the chi things, like that. You can read the book and not conflict at all, not conflict.
Yeah, I always prefer to have live online instead of a book, of course, because there's where you see how Victoria does the each one,
Yeah,
and there's feedback.
yes,
A book will. So, yeah.
Yeah,
But since
because,
asking, those are books I have. I have more, but because I have ordered more books on different things on calligraphy, but this way is much better.
yes, actually, the way, especially the things kind of you want to see the movement, or sometimes for the classical, for the ancient time, the calligrapher, it's a pity they didn't get any video record during that time. It's kind of very hard to even nowadays the calligrapher to analyze from the paper to guess what did he do. Actually, people are doing different. Some common principles we can share, and also we want to see people's different their personalities, how they how they do, and include like the Xu Wei's painting. Looks very quick. And wow, this paper, what kind of paper? This paper is not sized, but the ink is not perfectly dark. It's kind of a gray. How can be not very smeared? I guess probably he used some glue. You know, this kind of gas. And for the lots of calligraphy gas, you know, for the most famous, the calligrapher, the master of Wang Xizhi, right? The general You Jun Wang, the general one. And he's writing walking style and the cursive style, and the brush didn't press at the start, you know, didn't do that kind of the dog bone thing, you know, this thing, and then go for the standard style, right? And lots of things shows just, you know, directly touch. You know, lots of things you need to guess. And also like our learning an instrument in the musical instrument, you know, the master do things, or the teacher do things. You learn from a book, and you know, also just from the writing, from the article, or from the paper, from the picture, you see. And once, if I saw people doing that, like that, I understand. You know, I really want to see people, the real people, to do that. And also we have a phrase that says, 100th time of heard is less than 1 time to watch. You know, you heard the principles and you learned it from the book. Many times you didn't understand, or just couldn't get, or hard to get, or you didn't think that's the point. You know, you need to pay attention to that. And since just one time I saw teacher, I saw real people to do that, I understand. You know. And also I say, oh, that's happened. The mistake has happened. My teacher do that, always says, oh, this time not good. Oh, I will try again. Oh, that time better. Yeah. You know, I know that. Okay, I don't feel bad. I cannot do this good. It's always happened. It's handmade. You know, like these things. That's why I'm having, you know, this class. Yeah, I'm not the best in writing for the calligrapher, but I think it's worthy to give this class to do things in front of you, and in the form of the video, the Zoom class, you know, the real class. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let you go. The time is over and the class is over. See you next class.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much.